What's going on? It's your boy Humble the Poet. A lot of people have been messaging me, requesting, recommending that I do a track related to the events that happened in Milwaukee this past weekend. Personally, I don't think that can happen anytime soon. Stuff like this is real heavy, and it's going to take more than a week for it to wrap around my brain and for me to understand how I feel about this situation, and for me to understand how people around me are dealing and feeling with this situation. Our community and the mainstream American community are doing a pretty good job of taking this tragic event and using it as an opportunity to promote unity and collaboration amongst people and inclusiveness. So, I want to, salute y'all for that. That's very beautiful. At this point right now, if I tried to do anything, it would be purely exploitive of the situation, and that's nothing I ever really want to do. I feel like when we take the details of the situation and strip them away, it's extremely universal in the way people are reacting and feeling about this. It's very reminiscent of what happened in Columbine. It's extremely reminiscent of what happened in the hotel out in Bombay a few years back. The massacre that happened out in the Montreal University, situation that happened in Norway at the youth camp, and various places around the world. There is a track which I feel really does a beautiful job of artistically kind of capturing the sentiment of this and the sentiment of death, taking this tragic moment and giving it a little bit of peace. I can tell you personally, this is one of my favorite pieces of art ever created. I'll be honest with you guys, the first time I heard this, I listened to it with my eyes closed and it made me cry. This is the song that was playing in my head when I was reading about what happened out in Milwaukee. I could write for 10 years and never create what they did with this track. So instead of me trying to create something new and specific to this, I want you guys to hear this track. It's titled Goodbye My Love, written by Shekhar Kapoor, produced by Karsh Kale and the Medieval Pundits. You just close your eyes and listen to the rest of the track.
As she left her womb, thrust out by a violent birth, I knew that she and I were destined for the most intimate of all relationships. Time stood still as I watched her inexorably sail towards me, so she and I would join in one final embrace to complete an event born in eternity. For since the first explosions that formed the universe and the first metals had been created, she and I had been preparing for this one event. How many forms must she have taken? How many hands must have shaped her? How many eons must have formed her? How many men must have used her before she left for this final journey between me and her? And as I looked around and I saw the head of my friend's daughter explode, the blood sailing outwards and the drops finding their own individuality falling on the tablecloth astonishingly in the most even geometric pattern. And yet as I looked up, she was still traveling towards me. I said my silent goodbyes to loved ones that could never be part of the intimacy with which the bullet and I would meet in one final embrace. I looked at the eyes of the young man that held the rifle that exploded her out to her final journey. Do you know me, young man? As you avert your eyes so casually looking for your next target, did you think of me, of who I might be, of my loved ones or yours? Do you not think that in this sheer carelessness of this one event that you and I now know each other? That we will be tethered together forever too? Your life has altered, as has mine, as has all those I love and who love me. I want you to remember me, young man. I would hate to be someone random that you had no interest in, but the need to squeeze the trigger, occupied as you were with thoughts of greater glory of martyrdom and your own inevitable death. Yet you were the mere instrument, one small cog, almost insignificant in the bullet's journey towards me as we finally meet, the anticipation of pain never coming, as the embrace of death flowed through my body. Goodbye, my love. If only I had known this would be the last time I would see you, I would have touched your cheeks, looked into your eyes, softly caressed your hand and looked back and smiled and tried to make time stay still just for a little while. And little did I know that the bullet and I were destined to finally meet tonight after waiting for an eon. Goodbye, my love. If only I had known this would be the last time I would see you, I would have touched your cheeks, looked into your eyes, softly caressed your hand and looked back and smiled and tried to make time stay still just for a little while. And little did I know that the bullet and I were destined to finally meet tonight after waiting for an eon.